Hello there. Today we're going to talk about different topics that are covered in the MSCA applications. And this is going to be a little bit of a complex analysis, especially for people who are not quant, but just bear with me. UNCORDIS European Union provides data for all the EU projects on the Horizon Europe. And here you can actually download the dataset with the names of the projects with short description of the objectives. So I will use this dataset and I will be doing it in a little bit of a complicated way using topic analysis and some NLP in Python as well. Although I say it's a more complicated way, it might actually be an easier way rather than reading thousands of project description one by one. So before we do that, I wanted to let you know that I have created a community on Slack for the MSCA PF and it has a few channels. At the moment there's no one there because I haven't posted this video yet, so you can actually go there and join me, and hopefully some other people will be there as well who will be writing applications this summer. You can collaborate with them and you can also ask me questions. First, I'm just going to show you the results and then talk about code itself at the end. So the main results for social sciences are in the following plots. If we plot 20 words in each topic, we can see what these topics are about in this graph. Because I decided to have 50 topics, I just show you the output for that. We see an interesting topic emerging as number 1, which seems to be on history, city, network, policy, skills, etc. I'm not entirely sure what this could be about, but maybe something in humanities or political science. Topic 2 is a little clearer. It looks at language, child, speaker, grammar, acquisition, and I guess it meaning language acquisition, etc. Topic 3 is also quite clear. It's on women, men, gender equality, and so on and so forth. You can check out these topics that emerge from all the proposal by analyzing this figure. Another way to look at these topics is using this great package that shows different sizes and distances between topics, as well as topic term and document term distributions, giving us more information to explore these topics. We see that most topics in social sciences are basically clustered around topic 3, which is, as we see, on gender equality. And then we can explore all these different topics that lie around and apart. It's also sometimes good to look at the topics that are standalone, which probably indicate quite an original idea, like this number 26, which seems to be on tech companies and perhaps user and film studies. You can explore these topics and see where your own topic would fall. Then you can also explore these keywords and see if you could come up with some bridging ideas between them if you haven't yet finalized your own topic. If you are proficient in Python, you can also extract these topics and then merge with the data frame and read the source description of the project in each topic that interests you. Or you can simply use the keywords and search the Excel sheet. And next, let's talk about data and the code. The data can be found here, and the link is in the description box. It is in different formats. You can download it in JSON, CSV, Excel, etc. I have downloaded it in Excel in my repo, and you will already have them all in Excel files. I also put in the description box below the GitHub link to my repository. And you can go there and you will see this. And it has all the code that I will be using today, as well as data and some custom helper functions. As soon as you basically launch this Jupyter notebook, you will see all the codes in the cells. And if I go line by line here, it's just regular stuff. I imported pandas and then got the data. Here it's in the file with information on projects. If you look at this data, it looks like this. It has ID of the project, it has an acronym, start date, end date, etc., etc. This column called topic actually means the program which this project was under. And of particular interest is the column called objective, which gives a short description of the project and its objectives, and this is what we are going to analyze for the topic analysis. On the other part of the data that I used is called EuroSci-Voc, which I think stands for the European Scientific Vocabulary, and in this data frame you can find two columns, EuroSci-Voc path and title. I'll be using this full path thing, which gives the idea which discipline this project belonged to. Unfortunately, I did not find the information which panel the project was submitted to, so this is the best approximation that I could come up with. If you find where there is actually the panel itself indicated, please use that. Then, because we need to merge these two data frames, I changed the name for ID, because in one of them it's called project ID and in another just ID. And then I merged these two together. And then using the topic column, which is the Horizon Europe program the project was submitted to, and only kept those who had MSCA and PF in their names to make sure that we are only looking at the postdoctoral fellowship applications. Remember that each project here can be classified under several disciplines. And I didn't really remove duplicates. If you want to run this code properly, you can also do that. Then I extracted the main topic category so that we know which broad disciplines these paths contain. We see that those are natural sciences, medical sciences, engineering, social sciences, humanities, and agriculture. I then tried to extrapolate the discipline panels from these paths, and you can actually just use these broad categories if you are okay with that too. And then I roughly tried to identify different discipline panels in the following cells, like economics, physics, chemistry, engineering, environment, life sciences, and also mathematics, and then my own panel, which was social sciences. In social sciences, I used the broad category but excluded economics because they have their own panel. Then in the next section, I do the topic analysis. First, I load a bunch of packages, some custom, some not, so make sure that you have installed them in pip. And then I create a list of stop words. Some are again custom, but I have put that file into the data folder, so you should be able to download it from the repository. For the text that we will analyze, I took only the column objective that has the description of the projects. And in the next step, this is basically a custom function which removes stop words and uninformative words based on conditional entropy. I won't go into details, but if you want, you can take a look at those source functions which are all in the repository. The only thing you need to change here is the path to file. And it's the part after the /. Just give it a name for your own file. This file will appear in the data folder. If you don't change the name, it will check the data folder and will find that the file with that name already exists, and it will use that instead. Then there is again a custom function. This one looks at the coherence score. You don't really need to know that. And in the next cell, the part that is important is the number of components, which means how many topics do you want. And I set it to 50. You can set it to as many as you want. And the number of top words, which I set to 20. And then I just ran a non-negative metric factorization model. All of this you don't really need to know, but basically it's a model that lumps the words into topics that we will see in the graphs later. I didn't run any of hyperparameter tuning, so if you want to do it, please go ahead. But I think the results won't improve by extremely a lot, especially taking into consideration that we just want to explore what's there. And that's all for today, and I hope to see you in the Slack channel with your questions. Bye!